In this video, we'll test the various aspects of the OnePlus 7 and Redmi K20 Pro to see which is faster in what aspect. The first is in terms of app opening speeds and the ability to keep apps in memory. The OnePlus 7 and Redmi K20 Pro are both powered by an octa-core Snapdragon 855 chipset from Qualcomm. We have the 8GB variant of both the phones, and they also come in 6GB RAM variants. The first lap of the speed test will test the ability of the CPU, while the second lap will test the RAM management. The OnePlus 7 is the first to finish lap 1 with a time of 49 seconds, while the Redmi K20 Pro finished at a close second with a time of 50 seconds in lap 1. The actual difference is mere milliseconds. In lap 2, we launch apps in reverse order to judge the ability to redraw apps from memory and RAM management. The OnePlus 7 easily redraws all apps and games from memory, while the Redmi K20 Pro had to reload the last few apps from scratch, which shows that RAM management could be better. Hopefully with updates it will become better since the product is still early in its cycle. The rankings do not change in lap 2 either, as the OnePlus 7 finished first with a time of 1 minute and 8 seconds, while the Redmi K20 Pro did it in 1 minute and 9 seconds. It's interesting to see how the OnePlus 7 performed even compared to the OnePlus 7 Pro. No spoilers here, but we'll add a link to that speed test at the end of the video and the description for you guys to watch and enjoy. So the OnePlus 7 is marginally faster, but again not a big difference, and the devices are practically the same in real life usage. In fact, the OnePlus 7 probably gives the impression that it is faster also because of the faster animations. Please note that there is a margin for human error in these tests. Next, we test out the CPU on both these devices to see if any of them throttle, and if so, by how much. We have shown the test up to 1 minute on the video, but you actually need to run the test for 5 minutes in order to get a successful reading.
That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as...
I would visualize,
This is when you were broken poor.
Right, having directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, I like your work or whatever that is, and I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever, drive home and think, well, I do have these things, they're out there, I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there. I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years.
Here's how both the devices went at the end of 5 minutes. During the 5 minutes, the Redmi K20 Pro throttled to 93% of its max performance, while there was no throttling detected on the OnePlus 7. The tests were performed in a room with 23 degrees Celsius ambient temperature, and the OnePlus 7 also has better peak performance. Next, we tested out the read and write speeds of the devices.
This or hear this, that you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as...
And here the difference is huge, as you can see from the results, and the reason for this is the UFS 3.0 storage used on the OnePlus 7, and the OnePlus 7 got a max read speed of 1.1 GB per second, while the write speed was 386 MB per second. The Redmi K20 Pro on the other hand got a read speed of 709 MB per second and a write speed of 291 MB per second. Lastly, we conducted a test over Wi-Fi to see the network speeds that test out the modems on both the devices. The Redmi K20 Pro scored better in terms of download speed over our gigabit network, getting a score of 400 plus Mbps, while the download speed was around 350 Mbps on the OnePlus 7. But the OnePlus 7 managed to get a higher speed in the upload test, scoring over 600 megabits per second, while the Redmi K20 Pro posted a 400 plus score in uploads as well. That's it for this video guys, we hope you liked it. Please do hit the subscribe button if you liked it. See you again in the next one.